Pilot Point, Texas, home of Chad and Susie Chance and Hoofwatch. And we're teamed up again this year to bring you the second shoe in the individual in Madison, which Nigel Fennell is the judge. And it's a cap-toed Hind shoe with an old school feather fuller in it. It's 12 inches of 3/8 by 1 with a cap toe. The cap toe is pulled up. It's got a continuous rim and it's just slightly inside the edge of the toenails. It measures 3 inches across and 12 mil tall. It measures 5 1/4 wide and then 5 3/4 to tip of toe to the outside heel. It's got 6 nails and they are punched for E5s. The shoe has got a 3-inch cap. We're gonna bump into quite a bit into the toe, but we're just gonna go ahead and commit is if the cap is 3 inches, I think we'll be fairly close by making our mark 2 3/4. So it is a left hind, so the outside branch will be here. We moved over the center punch mark 3/16 of an inch to the medial side, and then we're 1 3/8 to give us a 2 3/4 for our toe cap. We'll just mark each line. We're going to mark and then we will center punch for the outside. So now we've got all our marks. We're going to bump, take us a good healthy bump so we don't have to draw the branches as much because it's a 5 1/4 inch wide shoe. I'm going just a little bit past my marks for my bump so I can transition that in there. We're bumping so we get a little bit for that cap. We got 1 inch in there. So I've got my mark. You can see how it starts to bubble out to my mark. So I've got just that little bit that I can push down and make my section. Right there I feel my anvil devil mark, and I'm just gonna kind of come and flatten up that whole piece. Make my heel on there. What I'm going to do is just get this nice and flat in there, and then just kind of hold it here and push on it a little bit. That'll come in handy later because you want to lean back just ever so slightly. So you can upset material. Just you want to be able to hit so you get that pucker on that side, on the outside. That makes it nice and clean because the material always comes to the hammer. So if I'm always hitting this side, that corner's not getting upset at all. Find that anvil devil mark, boom, right there. Get as close as you can. Forge your heel on there. That upsets that material. You can see it pucker out, and then I just continue on flattening on this side. That's almost, it builds up the outside so that you have the tear down for your fuller, because your fuller's going to tear down that outside edge. All right, if you can see your center punch mark for your outside heel, you're on the wrong side. You want to cut it. So I'm going to come through here. I'm going to follow my line. When I come back out, I'm going to cut it out. Then I'm going to draw it with my hammer right here on the edge of the anvil. All right, I'm going to finish cutting it. Take and flip it over now and just kind of wedge it onto the corner. Want to pack the sides in. Take and pack that side in. Because these will grow and become longer than where you actually cut it at. I'm going to come in here and, like I say, pulling with my hammer. Continually pushing that back. I've got my material. If I bend it up this direction, if I bend it away from the cut, I won't have any strength, and what will happen is that I will weaken my toe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it right here and I'm going to hit right here and bend it towards the cut. All right, if you take and hold it right here, I'm just going to hold it against itself and then come This makes this corner really nice. And this is where that bumping comes in. Now you can see I didn't lose anything in my toe. All right, cracking the toe, you want to hit this inside edge so you go to the outside edge. So if you stay straight, it's going to twist it real bad. So just ever so slightly angle your hammer, hitting that bottom edge. Just be patient. I've got it puckered. We got a tool here. All it is a piece at 3/8 by 1 1/4 inch, and they welded two of them together. We put a Hardy. Put it in here, and then now I've got some place that I can come and manipulate this edge and push material to the corner. And I'll do that on the next heat. Come in here and just blend all this together, and I can start on my branch now. Kind of just finish out my heel again. I started that when I drew that branch out. Put it where I think the heel quarter is. Just kind of come in here and just sweeten up this inside with my hammer leaning. Put it in the widest part. Keep it up towards the sky. Don't let it get past parallel. Just kind of finish hemming it, just putting a little bit of shape. Come around the edge and box it just ever so slightly. Using the back side of the anvil as a square. And again, you're just trying to, the test is done with the cap. Now we're just trying to make it all look like a plain stamp shoe. Go to the widest part, go up over the top. I'm going to line up my heels and use this to place my inside toenail, because I'm going to line it up right with the edge of the anvil like the other one. And then, regardless of if my toe cap is perfect or not, I'm not going to get the shoe racked. Come in here. I'm just gonna run my edges on each branch and file it up. Just kind of doing the same with this branch. All right, I got it all filed up. And all I'm gonna do now is get it nice and flat and run through my fuller in one last time. I was hanging a little bit on this heel. You notice things when you're filing, you see some discrepancies in your shape and stuff, so kind of fix those at the very end whenever you get done and you put your final touches on it. Again, when you fuller it, you put 2 creases in the corner of them nail holes on each side, and it just makes your nail holes not sit down there real nice. So always want to run that head stamp, be the last thing to go through there. We'll do the other side. Medial branch. Like I said, I thought both branches were hanging a little bit, so I just kind of brought them in ever so slightly, and then wire brush it and be done with it.